Aloha, sports fans, and welcome to the Super Bowl edition of the Maui News Sports Report. I'm Rob Colias, joined by Jordan Helly, and this week, Jordan, we are joined by newcomer, my daughter's Donald Duck, and we have a ton of MIL action to get to, so let's dive right in. Let's start with boys basketball. A tough decision this week, Jordan, on where we should start out with, but we got to go with boys basketball. The Baldwin boys wrap up a state berth, clinch the regular season title with a 62-41 win over Maui High. The Bears really showed why they're ranked 7th right now in the ScoringLive.com poll. A very balanced scoring attack. Philip Thomas pours in 12. Teva Eldridge, below his average, leads the way with 13. And three more players had at least 7 points. This is a deep team.
Yeah, very, very deep. We were really impressed with them coming out of the preseason schedule. Kind of had a hiccup with that loss to Lahaina Luna early in the regular season slate, but they seem to be back on track. And with that victory last night, clinching the regular season, should they falter in the league tournament, they could really have that turn their eye to the postseason.
And Jordan, there's also a lot of drama in the race for second place in Division I boys. We saw a great game on Thursday night at Maui High School.
Yeah, second place just separated by 2 games between second and fourth place. Lahaina Luna kind of with the upper hand after a big rebound victory last night. That was necessitated by a huge game Thursday night at the Maui High Gymnasium. The Sabres came up with a gigantic overtime win. Cyrus Kama for the Lunas had an absolutely monster second half in overtime, punctuated by an emphatic dunk in transition, one of the better dunks we've seen in this league in a long time. A little bit overshadowed, though. Maui High came up absolutely clutch twice. Daniel Fonseca at the end of regulation with a tough shot, turnaround jumper in the key, descended into overtime, and then Tristan Nichols with a tough putback as time expired in overtime to win it for the Sabres.
Nichols to inbound, working with Milan and Mateo in the backfield. They give it to Mateo. Mateo quickly across midcourt. Mateo stops, paying a roller in the paint. Goes to Nichols off the glass. Got the shot! Nichols with the rebound, puts it up and in as time expired.
Lahaina Luna rebounds last night, 53-44, a big win over Kinke Kalike. Kama again, huge, 17 points in that one. Chasey Wata Bartolome with 16 for Na'ali. So the last week of the regular season, we'll have some high drama trying to figure out this positioning as we head into the MIL basketball tournament in a couple of weeks. No
question. One of the more fun boys basketball races we've had in a long, long time. And Seabury Hall clinched the Division II boys regular season title. That gives them a cushion, but still a lot of work to do there. There's only one berth available to the MIL for Division II boys basketball. And now we go back to soccer, and a lot of drama. The Baldwin boys wrap up their second MIL title in 3 years, as expected, 9-0 over a young, undermanned Maui High team, but a lot more drama, Jordan. Upcountry, Baldwin, Maui High, in a winner-take-all playoff game.
Yeah, soccer really one of the few MIL sports where we don't have a postseason tournament that factors in at the end of the season. So we're kind of deprived of this sort of knockout elimination type soccer games, and boy, were we not disappointed yesterday. Maui High, a 1-0 winner in double overtime over Baldwin. They move into the state tournament, second berth overall. Kamehameha Maui had already clinched the regular season title, number 1 berth. They're a very good team, that Warrior squad. Maui High, though, with the drama in the 97th minute, just before the end of double overtime with penalty kicks looming, Tiana Lucas, 25 yards out on a free kick opportunity, sends the Sabres into their first state tournament since 1996. To give you a little perspective on that, the seniors on this 2014 squad, born in 1996. It's been a long time coming for Coach Tony Medeiros and that Sabres girls program, but they're back in the big show.
And it couldn't happen to a better guy, the dean of MIL coaches. This guy has been coaching Maui High since 1983. He had them in the state final in 1984. Back to the state tournament. Way to go, Coach. That's awesome. In swimming, the Baldwin girls, it came down to the final race of the day. They didn't win it, but they did have to finish in front of Seabury Hall, which they did. They took second in the 400 free relay to clinch their 6th straight title. The Baldwin boys easily win their 3rd title in a row. and staying in the water. Jordan, not quite the results the MIL had hoped for in paddling.
Yeah, tough day for the MIL paddling contingent at Keahi Lagoon on Oahu. Nobody finishing higher than third place. Seabury Hall girls with the high water mark for the MIL. Boys crews from Baldwin and Seabury kind of finishing in the middle of the pack. And the mixed crews finished a little bit ways back as well. ILH sweeping all three disciplines. First state tournament of the winter sports season. We turn our eyes towards this week, another busy week in action. Girls state basketball tournament's getting underway. Division II will wrap up this week. And Saturday, later on today, we'll figure out who the Luna's girls basketball team will be hosting this Saturday, the 8th, at the Lahaina Civic Center. So a lot to look forward to this week.
That's going to be a jam-packed, electric atmosphere. Mark your calendars. Be there 7 p.m. Saturday night. The Lunas in the quarterfinals of the state tournament at home in the Lahaina Civic. That's going to be a lot of fun. Well, that's our report for this week. And send us your bobbleheads.